Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavan-uvacha nehābhikrama-nāśo asti pratyavāyo na vidyate sv-alpam asya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt. Nehābhikrama-nāśo asti pratyavāyo na vidyate sv-alpam asya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt. 2.40 Nehābhikrama-nāśo asti pratyavāyo na vidyate sv-alpam asya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt. Lord Krishna to Arjuna. After Arjuna got so bewildered and wasn't able to decide what to do, what not to do, when he couldn't even stand on the chariot, couldn't hold the gun even. Then Arjuna submitted himself to the Lord. Sishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. And then after that the Lord starts speaking to Arjuna. I said, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam. Why, Arjuna? What happened to you? This is the most important moment. This is the time where you need to act right. Kshudram hrudaya dhaurbalyam Arjuna. Tattva uttishta parantapa. Get up and fight. Discard this miserliness of the heart. Arjuna, get up. Tattva uttishta parantapa. And then Arjuna says, I am unable to, Keshava. And then the Lord starts speaking one after the other. Lord starts answering Arjuna's question. This is how we get the answers. Before Arjuna, Lord Krishna did not answer any of the questions to Arjuna before. He let him speak. Arjuna did all the talk, but ended up with nothing, only confusion. Sri Bhagavan did not say anything when Arjuna did all the talk, but only when Arjuna said, Sishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Now Sri Bhagavan, he gives the answers to each one of Arjuna's questions. And Arjuna, he said, how can I fight? These are my very, very dear people. I can't kill them. Yeah. And then, like that, he had his reasons why he cannot fight. Those reasons, Sri Bhagavan takes up those reasons and then explains Arjuna why those are not valid reasons not to fight the war. And those are not valid reasons. And then Sri Bhagavan says why Arjuna has to fight the war. On that note, he speaks about Sankhya Yoga, how Arjuna is killing the bodies only, which are temporary, but the souls are untouched. So Arjuna, the souls are untouched. So go ahead, fight the battle. Because the souls are untouched. You are actually benefiting the souls, go ahead, fight. And the second reason he gives, you will not incur any karma, though you are fighting the battle. You are thinking you will incur sinful reactions. But no, you will not incur any sinful reaction. You may fight the battle, but you will not incur any sinful reaction. When you don't touch, you perform the karma, but when you don't touch it, then you don't incur any sinful reaction. How to do that? That's nehābhikrama-nāśo, where you do your action outside, but not touched inside by that action, not touched by the result of that action inside. That's nehābhikrama-nāśo. No karma inside, but karma outside. No desire inside, but karma outside. So this sv-alpam apyasya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt nehābhikrama-nāśo asti pratyavāyo vidyate. Sv-alpam apyasya dharmasya, this dharmasya, this nehābhikrama-nāśo, otherwise also called buddhi yoga. You take shelter of the buddhi inside and do the karma outside. So this knowledge, sv-alpam apyasya dharmasya trāyato mahate bhayāt. It will save the soul from the greatest danger of getting entangled in the karmic cycle. This knowledge of nehābhikrama-nāśo or buddhi yoga. And in a very simple way, very mercifully, Srila Prabhupada translates the whole thing as bhakti yoga. Nehābhikrama-nāśo or bhakti yoga is ultimately, and nehābhikrama-nāśo or buddhi yoga is ultimately bhakti yoga. Otherwise, nobody can really perform exclusive nehābhikrama-nāśo without bringing the Lord into the picture. Srila Prabhupada mercifully brings in Krishna here. Krishna Kripa Srimurti. So this knowledge of working for Krishna, even a little knowledge of this sv-alpam apyasya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt will save us from mahato bhaya of birth and death cycle. And this knowledge of how to work for Krishna, nehābhikrama-nāśo asti pratyavāyo vidyate. This knowledge cannot be destroyed and cannot be diminished. Such is the potency of this knowledge of bhakti yoga, working for Krishna. Working for Krishna. This is how something material becomes spiritual. Something very material, very karmic, all of a sudden becomes so spiritual and liberating when Krishna, the Lord, comes into the picture. Everything material becomes spiritual. Everything and anything material plus Krishna is spiritual. Srila Prabhupada says, anything plus Krishna, everything plus Krishna is Vrindavan. Everything plus Krishna is Vrindavan. Everything minus Krishna is Maya. So this knowledge of working for Krishna can save the soul from greatest danger. Krishna inside, seva outside. Doing it for Krishna, working for Krishna. Sv-alpam apyasya dharmasya trāyate mahato bhayāt. This is the start, only a beginning. Krishna inside, work outside, only a beginning. And this is voluntary in the beginning. The thought of Krishna, thinking of Krishna is also so, it has to be voluntarily, then we have to think of Krishna. And then do for Krishna outside. But when we get to know that the very purpose of human life is to actually go back to spiritual realm, to enter into the spiritual realm. Entering into the spiritual realm happens when we have spiritual body. Spiritual body is made of rasa, raso vaisaha. So how to get that spiritual body? Those are the details that come later. Yes, we start with thinking of Krishna inside and working for Krishna outside. In a very voluntary way. But when that gets deeper, that for the thinking of Krishna inside, when that gets deeper, then there is a spiritual body that is formed, which is not only thinking of Krishna, but is actually being with Krishna. Then doing for Krishna will just become secondary. It will happen anyway. It will happen anyway. So our bhajan should head in that direction. Though there is volunteer effort to think of Krishna inside and do for Krishna outside, yes, we should go on. We should go on like that. But we should understand that thinking of Krishna should just happen spontaneously from within, which happens when we identify ourselves as Guru and Krishnas. Then our identity naturally, when our identity is naturally is with Guru and Krishna. When our identity is with Guru and Krishna, then naturally Satchit Ananda Vigraha, the Lord is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Krishna Kripa Shri Murti is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So when we take complete shelter of Guru and Krishna, Tavaivasmi, then we will also realize our spiritual body, that we are Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Srila Narottam Das Thakura sings in the bhajan, Nitai Padakamala, how Nitai is real, how he gives Sri Radha and Krishna. So that Nitai is real and the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna are real. As much as they are real, the devotees of Nitai are also real. They are also real. That spiritual body is also real. That is the reality. Our spiritual body is the reality. So our bhajan should head from just voluntarily thinking of Krishna to it should deepen. Internal bhajan should deepen to realizing that we are we belong to Guru and Krishna. We are Guru and Krishnas. We are Satchit Ananda Vigraha. We are that we belong to groups of Vrindavana. We belong to groups of Vrindavana, that we have a spiritual body made of transcendental mellows.